हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हो आप सब लोग। माई सेल्फ चेतन गर्ग एंड आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू आवर RMO flashback series. And in today's lecture, we will be discussing last three questions of year 2002. Okay. One of these questions is from geometry, one is from inequalities, and the last one is from number theory. नंबर थ्योरी और इनइक्वालिटीज वाला क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी है। ज्योमेट्री वाला लिटिल बिट ट्रिकी है, काफी बच्चों से डायग्राम अच्छे से नहीं बन पाता है, तो हल्का फुल्का सा कंफ्यूजिंग है। बट यस, मतलब एट द एंड दैट इज अगेन एन इजी क्वेश्चन, कुछ खास कंसेप्ट नहीं लगते हैं उसमें, right? So before starting the sessions, those who want to crack Olympiad exams, be it physics Olympiad, chemistry, maths, astronomy, they should they should fill this form, https://vdnt.in/vosmass2. Okay, kindly visit this page and fill the form. You'll get a call from our concerned team regarding the Olympiad exams that you are referring, right? And those who have this is the link, right? vdnt.in/vosmass2. एंड जिन्होंने ऑलरेडी प्री आरएमओ क्लियर किया है, जिनको आईओक्यूएम का सर्टिफिकेट मिला हुआ है, या इनफेक्ट जिन्होंने जो लास्ट ईयर इनमो के लिए एलिजिबल थे, मतलब जिन्होंने इनमो का पेपर लिखा था, या पास्ट ईयर्स में अगर किसी ने आरएमओ क्लियर किया हुआ, इफ यू हैव एनी ऑफ दीज अचीवमेंट्स, एंड देन यू शुड डायरेक्टली मेल मी योर क्रेडेंशियल्स on this email ID chetan.garg@vedantu.com. I'll directly enroll you to RMO or INMO batch, right? So let's start the session. This is the fifth question of year 2002. As you can see, statement थोड़ी लंबी सी है ना? So let's first draw the figure. The circumference of a circle is divided into 8 arcs by a convex polyhedral ABCD with 4 arcs lying inside, as you can see in the figure, है ना? Inside the polyhedral, and the remaining 4 lying outside it. Okay. The lengths of the arc lying inside the polyhedral are denoted by PQRS. All right, these lengths are PQRS जो inside है polyhedral के. And we have a condition that P plus R is Q plus S. Okay, तो opposite arcs का sum, arcs की length का sum equal है, ठीक है. We need to prove that ABCD is a cyclic polyhedral. All right, so this is the question है ना. Let's draw a little bit of construction, and let's assume this is the center of the circle. Let's assume this is point O, and this is polyhedral A B C D, right? And let's say this is PR, small p. तो and we know जो length, जो angle subtended by an arc at the center is directly proportional to the length of the arc. So let's assume this is capital P angle. I'm talking about angle, and this is capital Q angle, right? And this is capital R angle, and this is, let's say, capital S. I'm just talking about angles, right? Now, since this is the condition, P plus R, that is equal to Q plus S, and we here this small p, small r, small q, small s, these are the lengths of arc, है ना? This is basically this arc, small p, right? So from this we can say that angle P plus angle R, that should be equal to angle Q plus angle S, because length of angles subtended at the center is directly proportional to length of the arc, है ना? So the constant get cancelled out, so we can have this relation, right? Now, what we need to prove? We need to prove ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. So all we need to prove is that sum of the opposite angles, that is this and this, is 180, right? All right, let's proceed. Uh, since this is, let's assume this angle to be alpha, right? Since this is the radius, यहाँ से यहाँ तक का this is the radius, and this is also the radius, this angle should also be alpha, because both are subtended by the radius, है ना? And by the same logic, if let's assume this angle is beta, so this angle should also be beta again, because this is an isosceles triangle, as two sides are radius. Similarly, let's assume this to be gamma, so this should also be gamma, and let's assume this to be delta, so this angle should also be delta. Okay. Now, if you talk about this quadrilateral A, this point, this point, this point, let's talk about this quadrilateral, है ना? This angle will be pi minus alpha. We need to find this angle P, है ना? So this angle is pi minus alpha, and this angle will be pi minus delta, right? So sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 180, 360. So angle A plus 180 minus oops, or you can say pi minus what is this, pi minus delta. This will be pi minus delta and this is pi minus alpha, right? So angle A plus pi minus delta plus angle this P है ना, plus angle P plus angle pi minus alpha, that will be equal to 360 degree, or you can say 2 pi, right? And from this relation can we find angle P? Yes, angle P will be what, alpha plus delta minus angle A. आई होप ये सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना, अल्फा प्लस डेल्टा माइनस एंगल ए, दिस इज एंगल पी. बाय द सेम लॉजिक वी कैन फाइंड एंगल आर, है ना. एंगल आर क्या हो जाएगा, एंगल आर विल बी नथिंग बट, देखो अल्फा और डेल्टा इसके एडजेसेंट एंगल्स है, तो यहाँ पर बीटा एंड गामा आ जाएगा, तो बीटा प्लस गामा माइनस एंगल सी, राइट. सिमिलरली वी कैन फाइंड एंगल एस एंड एंगल क्यू. एंगल एस शुड बी व्हाट, गामा प्लस डेल्टा, right, minus what, minus angle D, right? And similarly angle Q, that should be alpha plus beta minus what, angle D, sorry, angle, oops, angle Q, angle B, my bad. Now we have this relation angle P plus angle R, in दोनों का sum should be equal to इन दोनों का sum, है ना. So when you add these things, you can see when we add angle P plus angle R, we will get alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. And when we add angle S plus angle Q, we will get alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta as one of the terms. And obviously these two will get cancelled out. So what we are left with, angle A plus angle C, that will be equal to angle B plus angle D. Just by adding, just by substituting the values here. Now since we know sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree, so and that means angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D, this is nothing but 360 degree. So here from these two things, what we can claim that by angle A plus angle C is 180 degree, and hence this is a cyclic quadrilateral. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. ठीक है, तो एज यू कैन सी भाई प्रूफ सिंपल सा था, कोई बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं था, बट यस फिगर थोड़ी सी बड़ी थी, थोड़ी सी गंदी थी, तो इस वजह से काफी बच्चे अप्रोच नहीं कर पाते. बट अगेन मतलब जब भी आर्क्स के थ्रू दिया होता है तो जनरली हमें आर्क्स के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल के थ्रू ही जाना पड़ता है, राइट. So let's move to the next question. This is question 6 and as you can see this is from inequalities. ये देखो जो बच्चे अभी 11th या 12th में हैं एंड जिन्होंने लिमिट्स चैप्टर पढ़ा हुआ है, तो उनके लिए काफी कॉमन सा क्वेश्चन होगा. उन्होंने ये क्वेश्चन लिमिट्स वाले चैप्टर में सैंडविच थ्योरम, एक थ्योरम होते हैं ना, उसके अंडर ये वाला क्वेश्चन देखा होगा. बट अगेन मोस्ट ऑफ यू आर फ्रॉम 8, 9th और 10th, है ना, एंड इवन जो 11th से उन्होंने भी माइट भी अभी लिमिट्स नहीं किया होगा, राइट. तो वी वॉन्ट बी यूजिंग एनी कंसेप्ट ऑफ लिमिट्स. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन बड़ा सिंपल सा था यार. देखो यहाँ पर क्या है, 1 अपॉन, क्लियरली डिनोमिनेटर चेंज हो रहे हैं, है ना, तो वी कैन नॉट एड दीज थिंग्स 1 2 3 एंड अप टू n. बट व्हाट यू कैन से, इफ आई यहाँ अगर मैं if I increase the denominator, let's say if I increase the denominator n square plus n, 1 की जगह मैंने n रख दिया. Similarly I have increased this denominator also, n square plus 2. ठीक है, अच्छा one more thing, let's assume this quantity to be something, let's assume this to be p. ठीक है, तो n square plus 2 की जगह I have increased the denominator to n square plus n. सिमिलरली यहां पर भी मैंने n स्क्वायर प्लस n कर दिया, प्लस एंड सो ऑन, n अपॉन n स्क्वायर प्लस n, राइट. आई डोंट थिंक यहां तक किसी को कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, अब व्हाट एक्चुअली आई हैव डन, मैंने डिनोमिनेटर इंक्रीज कर दिया, तो नेट वैल्यू शुड डिक्रीज. तो व्हाट आई कैन से, जो मेरा p था, जो ओरिजिनल वैल्यू थी, वो इससे बड़ी होनी चाहिए, है ना. p शुड बी ग्रेटर देन दिस थिंग, बिकॉज मैंने इन टर्म्स में हर टर्म में डिनोमिनेटर डिक्रीज किया, इंक्रीज किया, तो नेट वैल्यू शुड डिक्रीज, है ना. तो दिस शुड बी लेस देन p, है ना. तो नाउ सिंस डिनोमिनेटर इज सेम, आई कैन टेक आउट द डिनोमिनेटर n स्क्वायर प्लस n, है ना, and what I will get in the numerator, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n. This is sum of, this is what, this is sum of first n natural numbers, है ना. That will be n into n plus 1 by 2. And what we have in the denominator, n square plus n, which we can write n into n plus 1. Now these two get cancelled out. What we will get? We will get half. है ना? So what we can say? We can say भाई our p is greater than half. So this p is greater than half. So this is the first part of the inequality. So we have proved left hand side, है ना? What we have done, मैं एक बार फिर से बता रहा हूँ, हमने डिनोमिनेटर को इंक्रीज कर दिया था, राइट? नाउ लेट्स प्रोसीड टू द सेकंड पार्ट. अब यहाँ पे मे बी काफी बच्चों को ये डाउट आ रहा, मतलब काफी बच्चों को स्ट्राइक कर रहा होगा कि आ, हमने यहाँ पर डिनोमिनेटर को इंक्रीज किया था, लेट्स डिक्रीज द डिनोमिनेटर, है ना? तो इफ आई मेक ईच टर्म टू बी 1 by n square, मैंने डिनोमिनेटर डिक्रीज कर रहा हूँ मैं, राइट? लेट्स से सेकंड टर्म इज 2 upon n square plus 3 upon n square plus and so on n upon n square. And let's assume our this quantity जो हमारी ओरिजिनल क्वांटिटी थी, this is p, है ना? तो मैंने since I have decreased the denominator, तो net quantity will increase, तो actually our p will be less than this. And अब इसमें फायदा क्या है? Since denominator is same, we will get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n, which is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2, right? Up 1 n will get cancelled out, and what we are left with, half plus 1 by 2n, which is in fact the right part of the inequality. So we can say that p is nothing but less than half plus 1 by 2n. ठीक है? तो बड़ा सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन था यार, एंड इनफैक्ट दिस इज द बेसिक कंसेप्ट फॉर सैंडविच थ्योरम. ये सैंडविच थ्योरम में इसी टाइप का कंसेप्ट यूज होता है, राइट? चलो, तो लेट्स प्रोसीड टू द लास्ट क्वेश्चन which is of number theory, and again this is an easy question. Find all the integers a b c d satisfying this condition, first and second. Okay, these are two conditions, a b c d, they all should be greater than or equal to 1 and in increasing order, right? All right, so if you see these terms and these terms, तो आपको factorization का ख्याल आ रहा होगा ना. Let's take these terms on the left hand side. All right, let me write it like this. AB, okay, AB minus A minus B plus CD minus C minus D, that is equals to 3. Let's add 1, basically let's add 2 on both sides, right? Now this can be factorized easily. So what are the factors? A minus 1 multiplied by B minus 1 plus C minus 1 multiplied by D minus 1, and that is equal to 5. Now this is the basic equation, है ना, जिसको हम अब कंसिडर करेंगे, राइट? ओके, लेट मी प्रोसीड विद ब्लू इंक. हियर देखो, since a b c d they all are integers and they are all are positive integers, in fact greater than or equal to 1, है ना? So this is basically sum of two positive integers, two non-negative integers, because one thing can be 0 also, है ना? Sum of two non-negative integers equals to 5. So what are the possibilities? And clearly a minus 1 into b minus 1, that must be less than or equal to c minus 1 into d minus 1, ठीक है? Because ये constant हमारे पास था, है ना? So what are the possible scenarios such that sum of these two integers is 5? One is 0 plus 5, other one is 1 plus 4, and the last one should be 2 plus 3. We cannot have 3 plus 2, 4 plus 1 or 5 plus 0, because this thing is less than or equal to c minus 1 into d minus 1. All right, now let's consider first case. If this is 0, so a should be equal to 1, because b is greater than or equal to a, है ना? If a is equal to 1, then b can be anything, because if a is 1, this is 0, and 0 into anything will be 0. And we want this to be 5, right? This can be 5 only when this thing is 1 and this thing is 5. So by this, c must be equal to 2 and d must be equal to 6. So what are the options for b? B should be less than or equal to c, but greater than or equal to 1. So b can be 1 or 2. Okay. So this is scenarios when one part is 0 and the other part is 5. So basically we have two solutions from here. Let me write the solutions here. One is 1, 1, 2, 6, right? And other one will be a value will remain same, b will get 2, c can be 2, d can be 6. Right? Now let's consider 1 plus 4. Okay. तो 1 plus 4 होने के लिए what has to be done, this has to be 1, this has to be 1. There can be two possibilities, this can be 1, this can be 4, or they both can be 2 2, है ना. These are the two conditions. All right, let me just erase the first part, uh, which we have already written, right. So these are the two scenarios that can be possible, right. Now if this is 1, then A has to be 2 and B has to be 2. Now let's consider the first scenario, 1 and 4 wala. Now, then C has to be 2 and D has to be 5. One answer is this. So let's write this answer: 2, 2, 2 and 5. Sorry, yes, 2, 2, 2 and 5. Now we have considered this case. Now let's consider when this is 2, this is 2. Again, A and B will remain same. So C will be 3 and D will also be 3. So one answer is 2, 2, 3, 3, right? Okay. Now let's consider this last case, 2 plus 3. Okay. Let me just erase this thing. वैसे काफी क्वेश्चन एनालाइज कर लिया होगा कि इसमें कोई भी सॉल्यूशन नहीं बनेगा when this A is 2 and B is 3. When this part is 2 and this part is 3. देखो अगर ये 2 है तो A minus 1 has to be 1, B minus 1 has to be 2. And since C minus 1 is greater than or equal to B minus 1, so this has to be at least 2. So we cannot have D minus 1 as 1.5 because this is an integer. The minimum value of this should be 2. So in that scenario, the product will be 4, but we need 3 as a product. So it will not be possible when this is 2 and this is 3. Because product of two integers will be 3 only when C minus 1 is 1 and D minus 1 is 3, right? But if C minus 1 is 1, then B minus 1 has to be 1 or lesser, and again A minus 1 has to be 1 or lesser. The product of 1 into 1 will be 1, so that cannot be 2, right? So these two are contradicting things. So 2 plus 3 will not give us any solution. So there are basically 4 solutions for this question, right? These are the 4 possible solutions, right? So all right guys, that's it from today's session. We will meet in the next session, and in next session we will be discussing first 2 questions of year 2003, right? So till then, take a very good care of yourself. Bye bye.